internet, around here I go by Cat of Diamonds, and welcome to my FannishReviews. I have donned an exterior, future-y extravaganza face of makeup to talk about a pretty extravagant future-y book. Illuminae, the Illuminae Files by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff. It took me a lot of relative time to decide to make this video and how to make this video and what I wanted to talk about and how spoilery I wanted to get, which is still not that spoilery. I literally read this book because of its cover. The arc of this book at BEA was very much like what I'm holding in my hands right now. The cover itself is a plastic material that is a little bit translucent and a little bit opaque in strategic areas. Then the hardcover of this book is a classified document with tons of censorship, highlights, as well as read observations or opinions about the text. The entire book looks like this because inside, that's the way the book is written. Even the tagline for the book is actually on the hardcover, and you can see it through the translucence. The title is actually on the spine, whereas the series title is actually blacked out and can be only read if you match up the white space with the black space behind it to say the Illuminae Files -01. All of this information for you, the reader, is continued on the inside jacket, where it talks about this book being centered around Katie the morning she breaks up with her boyfriend Ezra in the year 2575, as well as a briefing notice told through a fascinating dossier of hacked documents including emails, schematics, military files, IMs, medical records, interviews, and more. Before I heard about Illuminae around BEA last year, the only book within a book that I'd really heard of on more recent times was S, which, to be fair, I bought and then haven't actually read yet. But I am truly fascinated by this story within a story, or the fact that this book is a novelization of digital documents, as in security footage is even documented. The entire book is the meat of the story. There aren't any excess words. There isn't any extra descriptors or adjectives. It is only what you get through memos and conversations and then someone's interpretation of security footage. Each document and style of presenting the story has a unique look about it and then is put in an order by some mysterious curator to unveil the story in a very specific manner. And just like in the jacket cover, there are briefing notices from this mysterious curator of this story. It's just such a unique way to display the different unique voices that come across in telling a story. It is just the most fascinating and fun, interesting, and labor-intensive way of reading a story. The way that it's pieced together like a dossier, you have to figure out the mystery. All of these memos and email exchanges between characters is a piece of evidence that you have to put together. And it is so surprisingly emotional. You would think that these are just documents, but the way they're laid out to you and the story that they tell, like, it is emotionally exhausting to read this book. Like, here is a word cloud of conversations happening at the same time when something major is going on. And in real life, if you were in this room with these voices or in this space with these voices, all of this conversation would be erupting around you and you would get snippets and some at higher levels. The amount of thought and caring that has been put into this presentation is absolutely apparent. And while you do get an ending to this mystery, the mystery itself and the conclusion to this mystery does open up so many possibilities for the continuation of the story. When it comes to shelfability, I want this to be on my shelf, proud, and I want other people to experience this, so I definitely rate this as bring in the fangirls. I know this won't be for everyone, but I want everyone to give it a shot. I think it is very clear that I cannot wait for the second book in this series, and I hope you've enjoyed this spoiler-free review. And I think it's one reason I felt so much joy and mystery in the experience of reading it, is because I didn't know much about it. So I think that that is the way you should go read it, but of course, if you want to go figure out more information about that, you're welcome to. It just won't be here. So until my next video on this channel, happy reading. Ooh, lipstick. Mwah. Hello Internet! Around here I go by Cat of Diamonds, and welcome to my Fanish Reviews. It is kind of hard to review a book when you don't have a physical copy of it, so I will slide to the side and put the cover right here. Today I am talking about The Prophecy of Shadows, Elementals Book 1 by Michelle Maddow.